and welcome to Secret Dealers, the show where our team of ruthless antique experts will be rifling through ordinary people's homes and trying to persuade them to sell their most treasured possessions. Our 3 secret dealers are going to spend 1 hour in 2 homes, looking to buy anything that will make them a good profit.
Where do we start?
They can go anywhere.
Fridge.
And place their bids on anything.
Nowhere's off bounds.
They're bidding against each other, and so will have to make some strong offers in order to try and snap up the best objects from under each other's noses.
I want to pick your brains about 2 Rolexes, if I may, Steve.
When the homeowners return, they have to decide which of their treasured belongings they want to keep.
How does that sound? No, I would not be happy at all.
And if the price is right, which items they want to sell.
He can have it. Definitely,
You didn't have to think about that.
No, I didn't, Kate.
And I'll be on hand to look after the homeowners' interests. So how much money will they make today? And what will the dealers be walking away with? For our first property, we're off to Surrey. Karen lives in a large house with her 5 grown-up kids, including daughters Gabby and Olivia. She's an independent woman who runs her own business from home. Her husband passed away several years ago, but they used to love going to antiques fairs, and the house is crammed full with fabulous finds from their days together. But now Karen feels it's time for a change.
When my husband died, he collected so much stuff. It was ridiculous, sorting all the stuff out, and I mean, really ridiculous. And I have to say, it made me think that you can't take it with you, so don't have as much stuff. So really, I don't know, I don't feel that things are that sentimental anymore.
And she's willing to let go of some fantastic items.
Yeah, this is a gold Rolex that my late husband bought me years ago, and I used to love it, but now I don't wear yellow gold anymore, I only wear the white gold. But I've got lots of other things from him, so you can't keep everything.
Many of Karen's more fragile collectibles have been hidden away, such as these bohemian wine glasses from the 1960s. But determined to declutter, everything is now up for grabs for our secret dealers. So Karen and your lovely girls, how do you feel about letting 3 strangers into your house?
Well, it's quite exciting, obviously waiting for the results to see what's happening and to see what we get offered. So yeah, it's okay actually, yeah.
So how do you feel, girls? Are you hoping there's going to be a lot of bidding in there?
Definitely, yes. Not so much on the jewellery, because obviously me and my sister are looking forward to inherit that ourselves.
Well, with Gabby keen to inherit the jewellery that her mum wants to sell, we could have quite a battle on our hands later. But it all depends what our dealers bid on. And today we have Simon, Tim and Mike. Hi guys. Hey. Now this is a big house, and I'm going to give you one tip. Open all the boxes. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Head on
Go,
in.
Simon. Come on,
Off
Simon.
we go.
Take your pick. Okay, then where are you going? I'm going in here.
Where do I start?
This is posh, isn't it?
Yes, Mike, it is a bit posh. I hope you wiped your feet.
Vintage bottle of champagne for me and Mike tonight.
Nowhere's off bounds.
Mike loves to buy interesting or unusual objects, and something has already caught his eye.
I think it's a presentation bomb. Somebody's actually made it to present. They did funny things after that war, didn't they? 1945. Well, it's an object, it's got something about it. Here we are, I'll put silver bomb.
1930s, it's bright orange.
While Tim bids on the chicken teapot in the kitchen, Simon takes a trip, upstairs, where he discovers one of Karen's jewellery boxes. And being a jewellery specialist, he'll know the high value of what he's looking at.
Lighters.
Tim also knows his stuff when it comes to jewellery.
We've got a jewellery box here.
And in one of the other bedrooms, he's found another of Karen's boxes.
This is a little propelling pencil. In I think it's a pencil. Yeah, it's been a pencil. It's Moët Chandon, which is enamelled This is quite high carat gold and it looks sort of Middle Eastern.
There's lots of jewellery, but there's also something else hiding in there.
So let's look in this one. Oh my giddy aunt, look at this. Sovereigns, full sovereign, half sovereign. This is quite a nice sovereign. Queen Victoria young head. We're talking a lot of money here.
The gold sovereigns Tim's found are highly valuable, and he can't get those yellow cards out quick enough.
I think that's me done. What a fantastic box, what every antique dealer wants to find in somebody's house.
Sort of plaster figures. After a company called Gold Snyder, who did them in terracotta, these were sort of Arab taste figures. I'll whack that on there.
Well, this is a big house, and we're only 10 minutes in. These boys are going to have to get a shift on if they're going to see everything in an hour. In the kitchen, Simon has spotted the coloured wine glasses.
Got a little set of 6 coloured wine glasses here. Cut glass, I think sort of 20th century, quite late. The fact that they're sort of a Harlequin set or a mixed set of colours is, I think, intentional. And I think they were sold in sets like that. I don't think they're very old, but if you don't try, you'll never know. So we'll put that under there.
Homeowner Karen has turned over her extraordinary house in Surrey to our 3 antique experts. They have just 1 hour to place secret bids, and they've been finding all kinds of things.
I think it's a presentation bomb. Somebody's actually made it to present.
In the sitting room, Mike has spotted a pair of writing pens.
This is a Mont Blanc fountain pen, deemed in the fountain pen business to be the King's, the Rolls-Royce pens. They've all got a value. I won't leave a price on them. I'll probably get egg on my face, but what the heck.
I hope Mike's made a good bid on those pens. Second-hand ones can still fetch hundreds of pounds. Now look what I've just found in this jewellery box. It's a lady's wristwatch, and it's not exactly an antique, but it is highly collectible. Now it has what's called a Jubilee gold bracelet, but there's one very important feature, and that's the name. And if you look closely at the face, it's marked Rolex, and another little sign is the coronet mark on the winder. Meanwhile in the kitchen, it's those glasses again.
Glasses are not really me. These bohemian sort of, they still make these sort of glasses today. Not the type of thing that I would buy.
Upstairs, Simon has finally uncovered Karen's gold watch.
Rolex. Pretty little lady's watch, and it's obviously a considerable sum of money.
See, everything's luxury in this house. Mont Blanc pens.
Now Mike's spotted the glasses. Tim turned up his nose, but what will Mike think?
Would my customers be happy drinking out of them? It's like drinking out Blackpool Illuminations, isn't it? Well, just to give Simon a little run for his dough, I shall put on, or shall I put Blackpool glasses?
I'm not sure if he likes them or not, but at least he's left a bid. Upstairs, Simon has discovered another Rolex. This time, it's a gent's watch.
Yes. Well, Rolex up to the eyeballs.
Carry on, kitchen.
The ladies.
And now Tim, also a jewellery expert, has found Karen's watch. And he's going to give Simon a run for his money.
Gold. Very, very smart item. And it's going to be a lot of money.
The yellow bids start raining down. After spending ages poring over Karen's jewellery, Tim's keen to explore the rest of the house before the hour is up.
So I'm going to make a move downstairs, because otherwise I'm going to miss out on everything.
Meanwhile, that silver bomb has also caught Simon's eye.
It's a model of a £12,000 bomb, Mark 1, May 1945. It looks as if it might be silver as well.
Can Tim make it a hat trick on the unusual bomb?
And silver. I thought it was like a cigar cut or something like that.
And with the clock ticking, our dealers only have minutes to place their final bids. The hour is up, and it's time to get the dealers out.
Another hour here, Kate.
You would? What?
Your watch isn't fast.
I'll tell you, you're joking. Your things are looking like measles on everything.
Our dealers have spent the last hour bidding on what they consider to be the most interesting and profitable items in Karen's house. In total, they have bid on 34 separate objects, but Karen and the girls have no idea how much money they are about to be offered after being away from their home for just 1 hour. This amount is what you could walk away with today if you accept all those highest bids.
Right, okay, hand it over.
Okay? There you go then.
Thank you. Wow, yes, that's £11,999.22p.
What do you
Amazing.
think?
Yeah, that sounds good. Absolutely.
Now you've got to decide exactly what you want to sell,
Yeah.
but perhaps what you want to hold on to as well.
Yes, we need to take some time out.
Should we go and have a look?
Yeah, why not? Great.
Go on.
Okay.
£12,000? That's a huge sum of money. Karen and the girls have some big decisions to make. And first up, it's those 2 writing pens. Well, Karen, the dealers have spied these rather smart pens. Are these yours?
Yes, they are. Yes, I've had them quite a long time actually.
Where did they come from?
Well, I think they were a present when I was about, 22, 23 or something like that, or even my 21st it could have been.
Well, a lovely present. And these are particularly nice.
Yes.
Should we see what the bids are?
Absolutely.
Tim has bid you for these 2, and it's lovely because you've got a fountain pen and a matching
Yes,
ballpoint
yeah.
pen. £130.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yes, doesn't sound too bad.
It was a couple of hundred, something like
Yes,
that. So
exactly.
130, I suppose, sounds.
Yeah, well, I
Nice.
don't use them, so yeah, it sounds great.
So would you sell them at that? Gabby
Yes.
thinks it's a bit low, perhaps.
Well,
Sounds fine to me. Yeah.
what's the other guy bidding?
Should we have a look at Mike? You've got your finger on the pulse, haven't you?
Always, always.
Mike has bid you for the pair £385.
Oh my goodness me.
See?
And 45
Sounds
pence.
more like it.
Well, our independent valuer has valued the pair at between £300 and £400. Pretty good,
Definitely
really.
would take that.
Yes?
Yes,
You
definitely.
don't have to think about that.
No, I don't. Definitely.
I'm happy
what do
with
you
that.
think, girls?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's
so.
very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a sale.
I don't get a profit, who knows? According to Tim, I've got no chance.
That's a done deal, and we're off and running. Now it's the unusual silver bomb that attracted a full house of bids from our dealers. Karen, I'm really intrigued by this piece. Now tell me what it is, first of all.
Well, I'm not even sure myself. I've had it for years, and it was my late husband's, and he collected that sort of thing. But I haven't had it on display. Let me put it that way.
But do you know what it's made of?
Brass or copper and stainless steel.
The base is copper, but the bomb is silver.
Oh,
wow.
good.
Mike has bid you for the bomb £176 and 40 pence.
Not bad.
Okay.
Tim has bid you 185.
Right. Okay. Slightly more.
Well, let's see, just before you have a good think, what Simon thinks, because Simon has bid you £425.
Oh, that's more like it. Yes. I'm sure it's definitely worth that.
Our independent valuer thinks it's roughly £400 to £500 worth on the open market.
So should we go for it?
Yeah, 425, yeah.
3 yeses then.
3 yeses.
Three
absolutely.
yeses.
That's a sale. A pat on the back for Simon, who was right on the money. But there were some items all the family agreed not to sell. They said no to Tim's offer of £260 on 2 1960s 14-carat gold rings. And no to another offer of £260 on some 18-carat gold pendants and chain, also from Tim. So would they be tempted by a big money offer for the first of their Rolex watches? This is a gent's Rolex.
Yes.
Whose was this?
This was that Gabby and Livy's dad's. And we thought we'd have a look and see. And obviously, if we did sell it, the money would go to the kids.
So how do you feel about getting rid of this?
No.
That's a straight
Plain
no,
and simple.
Gabby.
I mean, one of my brothers is going to wear it. I won't, so it doesn't benefit me. But I would like one of my brothers to wear it. That's for sure.
So no matter what that price is, Gabby.
I'd like to know what the price is. That's for sure. I'm sure my brothers would like to know even more.
What
but-
about if it's split between the 5 of you? How would you feel then?
Oh, I just don't know. I really don't know. It depends. It all depends.
Okay, Simon, he has bid you 2,200.
No. For sure. It's worth way more than that.
Yeah, definitely not.
How are you feeling, Karen, about this?
Oh, I don't mind either way, to be honest with you. I would have sold it and they can split the money between them, but they have got sort of sentimental value, so that's fine.
So keep it in the family.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Simon's going away empty-handed then.
Bye-bye.
Shame I didn't buy it. I think I left all the money on it. Probably just as well, because I'm not sure I could have paid for it anyway.
It's a lot of money to turn down, but I think they made the right decision. Our independent valuer thinks the watch could be worth between £4,000 and £6,000. Now, what about those 1960s bohemian glasses? Love them or loathe them, they still attracted bids from 2 of our dealers. Something you want to sell then?
Yes, definitely.
Better look how much they bid then. Because Simon has bid you £60.
Right, okay.
Would you sell them for that?
No. Definitely not 60.
Not quite so sure now.
No, not 60.
Should we see what the other bidders said? Mike has bid you 61.
Looks
Oh,
like
dear.
we're keeping them.
That's a shame.
Tempted?
61, it's not very good, is it really?
Well, our independent valuer has just put £60 to £80 on them.
Right.
So it's the lower end of his estimate, and that's a good sort of realistic
Yeah,
auction value.
yeah. Well, 61 it is.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all got to go.
Gonna go? Yeah. That's a sale then.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm always looking for something which reminds me of my hometown Blackpool, and I think with those coloured glasses I've got the real deal there. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased.
Karen was determined to have a really good clear out, and some strong bids on her jewellery meant she also sold an 18-carat gold bracelet for £426, a pair of 22-carat gold cufflinks with 2 half sovereigns for £360, and a collection of modern 18-carat gold jewellery for £600. All to jewellery expert Tim. Lucky fella. Karen has already turned down over £2,000 for the gents' gold watch. So will she be tempted to sell the ladies' watch? So where did this come from? What are your
This
feelings
came
about
from, well, this was bought from me from a late husband again, and it was bought in a shop in Regent Street years ago. I can't see myself wearing it, so let's see what happens.
it? Gabby's making noises here.
What about us two? I don't mind sharing.
Yeah, well, you don't like gold, you don't like gold either.
Yeah, but
How do you feel, Olivia?
Yeah, well, it's Mum's watch, so it's up to her. It would be nice to wear it.
Should we have a look at the price?
Yes, let's have a look.
Okay, well, Tim first.
Oh, right.
Because Tim has bid you £1,000.
No, definitely not for that.
3 no's.
Not because it is solid gold, 18 carat.
Let me tell you that our independent valuer thinks that this would be worth between £1,000 and £1,500 on the open market.
Yeah.
Should we see what Simon thinks?
Yes.
Simon has bid you for the ladies' Rolex £1,250.
I feel that it would be worth more, but it's up to you.
Well,
It's up to you. It's not up to me.
I don't.
Gabby obviously would like to hold on to it. Is that right, Gabby?
Yeah, I mean, even if Mum wouldn't wear it again, or, you know, I know we don't really wear gold ourselves, but I just, you know, I've seen it for a long time. You know, Mum's had it.
Gabby's very sort of obviously sentimental about things, whereas I'm not so much anymore. Can't take it with you, can you? So
I just don't think you're ready to decide yet, are you, really? I mean,
oh well.
I don't know. I think no, personally, but it's up to you. It's
I think
yours.
yes.
You think yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Gabby thinks no. Okay.
It's up to you, though. You know, it's your decision at the end of the day.
I think yes.
She's showing who's boss. What can we do?
No, I think yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah,
What, you
yeah.
want to say goodbye?
Bye.
That's a sale.
Well, I'm really pleased she said yes to that. It's a nice lady's watch, and I hope I'll be able to get myself a small profit on that. So thank you very much.
Well, Mum knows best, and although her daughters weren't sure, Karen had the final say and decided to sell the watch. Determined to declutter, Karen also sold some more of her gold and jewellery, including 6 George V and Victorian gold sovereigns to Tim for £980. And a highly collectible Mexican $5 gold coin and chain from the 1950s, also to Tim for £1,475. And even self-confessed hoarder Gabby finally succumbed when the offer on her dad's cigar cutter and propelling pencil was revealed.
I think we should just let it go.
No, I do agree. And as much as I like them,
So another sale.
Sounds like you take after your dad, being a hoarder.
That's for sure.
So, final answer.
Yes, definitely.
Despite some resistance from her daughters, Karen wanted a big clear out of her home. With almost £12,000 on the table for her possessions, just how much has she actually managed to sell? Well, you have made today, in 1 hour, £8,877.
Yeah.
22 pence.
Very good.
Perfect.
Excellent.
So, Karen, there you go. Are you happy?
I'm very happy. This is fantastic. This will pay for our ski holiday. And maybe something else. You never know. Lovely. Thank you very much. Very good day.
Our second home belongs to Marshall. He has been an avid collector of antiques all his life. Originally from Scotland, he now lives in a modern 2-bedroom flat in London.
I've lived in this flat for 31 years, and in those 31 years, I've been collecting, and all the things around me I just love. I've got wonderful neighbours, and I wouldn't want to move anywhere else.
It certainly looks like a much cherished home. So will the secret dealers be able to persuade Marshall to part with any of it?
There is one thing that I would like to sell, and that is this potpourri dish. It's made by a gentleman called Stuart Devlin. Silver base and lid pierce work with gilding on it. It's just beautiful, and I hope it makes lots of money in the day.
So Marshall, why are you prepared to let 3 antique dealers loose in there?
Well, Kate, for many years I've been collecting, and I've really enjoyed it, but now is the time I think that I would like to part with some of the pieces.
So if we can raise you a little bit of money today, what do you think you might spend it on?
Well, Kate, any money that's raised today will hopefully go towards a deposit for this piece of art glass that I've seen and admired for a long time, but just cannot afford. But if I could at least raise, say, £300, that would be a good start as a deposit to buying it.
So £300 is just a deposit. Sounds like an expensive bit of art.
It is, yes. But I've got my eyes set on it, and I'm determined I'm going to have it in the end.
You never know what those dealers are going to bid for, so we'll have to wait and see. But could I have the keys, please?
You sure can.
It's time to let them in.
Absolutely, Kate.
Wonderful.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi guys.
Okay.
Well, this property is a flat. It's quite small, but it's packed full of goodies, and you've got 1 hour. I'll give you the keys, Simon.
Thank you, Kate.
And that is your door.
Okay.
Go and get stuck in.
Come on, Simon. Let's do it.
Come on, boys. Where? Here we go. Right, I think
These are money for silver.
it's to be in pretty good condition.
Silver cigarette box. A window chair.
Simon has clocked a Victorian Davenport writing desk in the corner of the sitting room, and he's impressed by its quality.
Little walnut Davenport here, which is slightly different action to some that I've seen before. Oh, there goes the family portrait. That is how it looks closed. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put a bid on it.
Well, Simon, you'll only find the best stuff in Marshall's flat, and a good quality Davenport like that can still fetch up to £800. So I hope you're going to bid well. Meanwhile, in one of the bedrooms, Tim has spotted another quality piece.
So this is a really nice piece of Moorcroft. This is a pomegranate pattern. That's really nice thing. Very commercial. So I'd like to make an offer on that.
Back in the sitting room, Simon is the first to spot that lovely silver bowl that Marshall is keen to sell.
I just realised that's a bit of Stuart Devlin there. Yeah. This is post-war silver. This has become very popular at the moment. It's hallmarked there, SD, which is Stuart Devlin, who's most well known for this type of work. It's typical of his style, so we'll definitely put a little bit on that.
Oh, there we go, calmware. Sort of 1920s, 1930s. I mean, not a bad thing, that'll have a price on it.
They're more decorative than collectors' walking sticks and canes, so I am going to leave a bid.
Now, Simon has also spotted the Moorcroft bowl that Tim has already put a bid on, but he seems a bit worried about it.
First thing that I've noticed here is the Moorcroft, so we'll come back to that. Pomegranate pattern. When something's restored, it's quite often sprayed afterwards, and you can just either using a bit of metal you can do it, but that leaves a mark, whereas if you do it with your teeth, it doesn't. But if the sort of paint comes off, you know it's been restored. You had a chance to look at this, Kate?
Hi, Simon.
Hi, Dad. Did you spot any restorations in that? 'Cause I'm going half blind, and it...
I can't see any problems with that, but...
Well...
No, that looks all right to me.
All right. Okay, thank you, Kate. I'll leave a bit on that. I'm not so struck on the cartonware.
Never mind, Simon, it's been a long day. Now look, Tim has found the silver bowl as well.
So this has got like a piece of uncut amethyst on there, which is quite nice. So that I want to make an offer on.
The dealers are like bees round a honeypot over that Moorcroft bowl. Now it's Mike's turn.
A Moorcroft bowl, I better add a 50p just in case it changes anything. That's that one there.
Interesting tactics there, Mike. But will 50p be enough to swing it?
I am going to make an offer for the Davenport as well.
Simon has seen Marshall's 19th century Scottish dress dagger on the wall, given to Marshall by his late mother. It has huge sentimental value to him.
We've got a Scottish dirk. Well, these are quite collectible as well nowadays, although it's hard to tell which ones are old and which ones are new. OK, well, I don't think that is silver. I'm going to leave a bid on it anyway.
The silver is unmarked, so that may affect Simon's bid. In one of the bedrooms, Tim has also spotted the Carltonware bowl.
This is Carltonware, the original paper label. That would be like the retailer's label, so I'm going to leave a bid on that.
Now, Mike has also spotted the Davenport, and he's making it a hat-trick of bids.
I better just put a price on it. Right, walnut Davenport. That's that there.
I mean, these are very, very stylish, I will say. It's a cheeky bid. I'm sure he won't want to sell them for that. I think they're really, really nice.
That silver bowl has certainly got our dealers' mouths watering. Now Mike has spotted it.
Stuart Devlin is an Australian silversmith who's working in England. There's one slight problem. He's lived forever. As soon as he goes to see his maker, that stuff will double. So I'll put fretted. There we go, that's that.
All three dealers have put bids in on the silver bowl, and they're not holding back. This is going to be the battle of the day. Tim's having a stab at Marshall's dirk as well.
That's quite nice.
The hour's almost up, and our dealers are rushing to get their last-minute bids on.
OK, guys, time's up. Time to go, I'm afraid.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
Well, there we go, see ya.
The secret dealers have already shelled out nearly £9,000 today to Karen. And by the look of all the bidding cards scattered around Marshall's flat, it doesn't look like they've finished spending yet.
Well, in this envelope, I have the sum total of the highest bids left by our secret dealers.
That's exciting, Kate.
Any ideas?
No, none at all. But I would like to see inside.
Do you think we've made your 300?
Oh, let's hope so.
Have a look.
God. Kate, good Good Lord! I'm amazed, absolutely amazed. It's over £6,000. Incredible.
Well, before you get too excited and you think about your piece of art,
Yes.
will that cover it?
Certainly will, Kate.
Will it? Oh.
Yes, definitely.
Well, now we've got to decide exactly what you want to sell, but also what you might want to keep.
Okay,
Should we go and have a look?
why not? Let's do it.
First up, it's the Moorcroft vase, which has attracted a full house of bids.
Marshall, the dealers loved your piece of Moorcroft here. Tell me about this.
Well, I've always wanted a piece of Moorcroft. I think everyone should have a piece of Moorcroft in their collection. But it's a pomegranate design, and I just love the colours.
Is it something you would think of selling?
It hasn't been out for at least a couple of years. And yes, I would if the price was right.
Well, let's have a look what Mike thinks. It is actually £210 and 50 pence.
Gosh, that's very inviting. It's incredible.
Can you remember what you paid for it?
It was less than that, Kate. I can't remember the exact figure, but I think it was about £160. So it's a good profit there.
Would you sell it for that then?
Absolutely.
Ooh. Well, Simon has also left you a bid, £310.
Gosh, I'm breathless. 310, gosh, that's even better, obviously. And it's certainly my deposit.
Shall we see what Tim thinks? Tim has bid you a great big fat £350.
He can have it. Definitely.
You didn't have to think about that.
No, I didn't, Kate. You've read my mind, yes.
£350, a very good bid.
Excellent.
Our dealers have offered over £6,000 to Marshall in order to try and buy some of his most precious belongings. He's already sold the Moorcroft bowl for £350.
He can have it. Definitely.
But will he be happy to part with a Scottish dirk bought for him by his mother?
Now, Marshall, I'm guessing this Scottish dirk is to do with your family history, your roots.
Yes, you're absolutely right there. My mother bought it for me 2 years before she died at Christmas, and it's something that I've always wanted, was an old Scottish dirk.
Well, this is a beautiful decorative one. I mean, it strikes me, this obviously means a lot to you. So how would you feel about selling this piece, about parting with it?
Well, it'd be very difficult, obviously for the reasons I've said, but I would certainly like to see what the dealers have offered on it, because like you say, you never know. If the price was right, then it might have to go.
Well, let's pick them both up. Simon's on the top. Simon has bid you £150.
Definitely no. Positive. I think it's worth more than that, and I really don't want to part with it. But we could see what the other one says.
You're quite keen on that, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Well, Tim has left you a bid. He says £250.
It's better. Yes, I mean, perhaps that's maybe more what it's worth, but not to me.
Are you getting just a little bit emotional about this, perhaps?
Yes, it brings back memories. Lovely memories.
Well, it's a super thing to have, and I'm very glad you're holding on to it.
So am I. Thank you.
And what about that Davenport that all three dealers bid on? An independent valuation puts the desk at £600 to £800, but
Mike has bid you £1,016.
Oh gosh. Well, it's a deliberation. Yeah, £1,000. It very tempting, but no, Kate. I love it.
so despite Mike offering a four-figure sum, he couldn't let it go. Marshall also said no to selling the modern silver candlesticks to Simon for £250, and no to Mike's offer of £495 for the collection of Victorian and Edwardian walking sticks.
Now, I love this ball, and it looks like our dealers loved it too, because it is Carlton ware, isn't it? But it's almost verging on what Wedgwood were doing with Fairyland Lustre, isn't it?
That's right,
Almost,
yes.
without the lustrous
Yes,
element.
Kate.
Why do you like it?
I just, one, I love the colour and the footed legs on it.
Yeah, they're sweet, aren't they? Those little gills.
And the enamel and the work inside the paradise birds was immaculate to me. And again, the pattern down the bottom.
Well, I think it's quite unusual for Carlton ware designs. Should we see what our dealers think?
Absolutely, why not?
Well, Simon has left you a bid here. Simon says £135.
No, Kate. Sorry.
No.
But if somebody offered me more, I might be tempted.
Well, you've got two chances. Mike says £105 and 50 pence.
No, it would have to be a little bit more than that, I think.
Let's see what Tim thinks. Tim has bid you 150.
Gosh. Yes, I think so.
Sure?
I think it's a yes, definitely.
Excellent. It's a sale.
Marshall certainly caught the selling bug, and he also sold 4 Victorian silver top scent bottles to Mike for £396 and 49 pence. And a 19th century vinaigrette also to Mike for £210. And a Carlton ware dish to Tim for £220. Next up is the silver potpourri bowl that Marshall is keen to sell. All 3 dealers are chomping at the bit for it, but how much is this bowl really worth?
Now, Marshall, I know that you would quite like to sell this piece by Stuart Devlin if the price is right.
I've had it for a while. Stuart Devlin is hopefully sought after, and yes, it's ready to go at the right price.
What would you sell it for?
Oh, that's a $10 question. I would sell it for, dare I say, £150.
Should we have a look? Well, Tim's on the top. Tim has bid you £130.
No. Tim is not showing enough money.
No?
No, I would like more than that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's see what Mike has bid you. £278.
Mike is getting a lot better, yes. That's more the sort of money that I would like to see, yes.
Simon has left you a bid as well. £150.
I would like to sell it the 278. Definitely.
Our independent valuer has said in the right market, it actually could reach up to £400.
Oh gosh.
Are you happy to sell at 278?
No, I would like to sell it.
You would?
278's a deal.
And Postboard silver is definitely an up-and-coming thing to buy. I think Mr. Melody's bang on tune with that. Well done, Mike.
So have you any idea how much money you might have made?
No, but I'm dying to find out. I'm hoping it's more than the £300.
You have made today, in 1 hour, pretty much, £3,098 and 49 pence.
Gosh, I'm so excited. That's terrific, Kate. I'm really, really pleased. And now I can buy my piece of glass.
Can you, is that enough?
You're more than enough, Kate, yes. It's terrific. I'm so pleased, yes.
It's been a secret dealer's bonanza today. Our homeowners have walked away with an incredible amount, nearly £12,000. They also turned down over £6,000 of bids in order to keep some of their most treasured possessions. But how wisely did our dealers spend all that money? Tim sold Marshall's Moorcroft bowl for £420. Simon sold Karen's silver bomb for £600. And Mike is holding on to Marshall's silver potpourri bowl as an investment for the future. And what are our homeowners spending their money on? Karen and her family are browsing the catalogues looking for a skiing holiday. And Marshall didn't need to worry about leaving a deposit for the glass sculpture he was after. he used all his money to buy it outright.
Well, Marshall's had a great experience here today. We'll see you next time on Secret Dealers.